Well, hello everybody. How are you doing tonight? Hope you are doing well. Doing okay. Myself. Okay, so I'm over here where Daya is in that new wing they opened up. Why do they have these trees in here? There's trees everywhere. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far into it. Who knows? No, all right. There's an audio check. We're gonna take those out because those seem good. And now I gotta try to do this. This will be the first time that I going to be streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. So, I don't want those people talking. Let's see how this works. Let's turn this down, way down. Dude, okay. So, where did I go? Oh, that's me, so can't do that. All right, let's try it. Why not, right? Let's get this slid down and boom. All right, so we should be live. Should be, anyway. Let's do this. Do I show up with just that search? I do. Look at that. We are live. You know, it's a shame when I signed up for Twitch, I tried to take Jackrabbit Max and said that name's not available. I'm like, what? There's another? So my thought immediately is, of course, we're gonna hunt each other down, and we will fight to the death to see who earns the right to have that name. So, other Jackrabbit, I will find you out there somewhere. Well, my controller's already dying. Did you see that? That's terrible. Okay, so anyway, we got a bunch of stuff to do besides just sitting in the chair talking about trees. And looking at Die over there. He's in there. Uh, so why not get right into it? Da, 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 da. Boop, boop, boop. Yep. Okay. Well, we're wandering. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Now, I am a completionist. So anytime you throw, challenges up there, anything like that, I like to try to get them completed. Um, for this current battle pass, we are to do current, including the seasonal content. And for this week, we only have a few more reactors, 24 more reactors to dismantle. That won't take long. We only have to acquire one more amorphous pattern. That won't take long. Got to disrupt an invasion, so we got to do all four. That won't take too long. And then we got to do some missions in the broken boundary. And that will get everything for the week done. And we will once again be current. So, that's cool, right? But I want to focus on two things over here. You may not like the journal section, um, where the awards records and leaderboards are. I don't really pay attention to leaderboards. These things I did just because it's, simple activities you could do inside the game. And let's take a look at what we've got here. We have gotten 432 out of 443 of these things done. So let's take a look at what we don't have. Seasonal's done already. Descendants are all done. The fellow is right here. What are we missing? We got to get the Vespers hunting dog to level 30. Okay. We'll go over here and manage our fellows. And as you can see, little guy is only 1,000 points away. And luckily, we've got something over here that's been finished. So we'll talk to Aeneas. And we've got several things. First off, we've been constantly making these, always. That's getting a little scary. Two reasons. Number one, this blueprints are down below 10. I was helping somebody out. I saw they put in a service request, went, and it was a fusion reactor. So I helped them out. Then I went back to Albion, and they popped it up again. And they were still doing the same fusion reactor. So, of course, we all know what that means. They're trying to go for whatever the hard-to-get piece is in there. And I had some patterns, so I went up and looked and put in the message. I was like, Ultimate Glay? Question mark? And he's like, yep. So instead of just bouncing back and forth, I decided to stay there and help him out. And we did that thing a bunch of times. And I got a couple of these patterns, the catalyst blueprints to drop, which I was down to 4 and got back all the way up to like 11. So I was able to keep making them. But of course, we're getting into the problem area again. And believe it or not, these mixed energy residue, I ran out of those. So I had to go run around Hagios with Enzo. Hadn't used Enzo in a long time. But we got a decent amount there. Not enough to do the same patterns we have. So we're going to have to start doing that again. These other materials we're incredibly good on. It's just this one here. Thankfully, I've got a ton of the little breakers and analyzers to open those up. So we're going to push that number up real high. And they've made that a lot easier now. They show up on the map as soon as you go in there, so you can see where they are, and the colors tell you which level they are. So, I mean, it kind of takes some of the fun out of it. It's not like that mini game's all that hard. Sometimes finding them was the cool part, but whatever. So we're going to make another one of these, of course. I already have 27, but we can always use these things. Especially once we get to experimenting with weapons, which we're going to be doing. So, hooray. I made one of these just because we're going to use that shortly. Look at that. We've got a fortified supplement, which, oddly enough, is going to give us 1,000 XP for a dog. Manage bellows. Bellows list. This guy. This guy. Pop one in there, and look at that. So we shall apply it. And now our dopey little retriever is set to go. Look at you. Depending on what I'm doing, I will switch between these two. Most of my skill-based descendants are still using the Hagios dog because it gives you the health bonus every so often, whereas this guy here gives you ammo. So when I'm using a skill-based character, I'd rather have the health than the ammo. Ammo is not usually an issue. Hopefully neither is an issue, but whatever. But he's ready to go if we ever decide to pop him in there. So look at that, level 30, level 30. Just sit tight, bud. You'll get your time to shine. Right now, we still got dead-faced roach there. But that makes a little red dot appear in the journal. And now we are done. I could be a time rabbit. Okay. But there we go. Yay. So, Season, Descendant, and now Fellow is done. Growth is a hopeless cause. Mainly because you don't have enough stuff to do this yet, so it's kind of ongoing. We have been turning in our intercept battle rewards. We're going to get this season. I know we're 21 away, but we're going to get it. These relics are kind of cracked here. 100, not so bad. 250, that's not too bad. 500, it's ridiculous. 1,000 is insane. The reason I say that is you can only get 2 a day. So if you want me to get 1,000, I need 500 days to do it without ever missing a day. So close to 2 years from now, we'll be talking in chat about how we finally got this done. So that's whatever. The only things I'm really concerned about on this is, getting the 100, possibly the 250. At least to tone it down. But this 500 and 1,000, nah. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's kind of the same way as this mastery rank 29 out of 30. I can't get to 30 yet, so it'll happen when it happens. Like I said, I'm going to get this, so we're focusing there. And then we'll talk about support requests. With the influx of new players, there's been a lot of people putting in support requests. So we have really moved the needle on this. This was, a few weeks ago, 5. And we're at 60 now. So, as long as people are putting them in, I'll still do them. Don't mind helping anybody out. It's one of the name of the game, at least for me. It's how you meet new people, and passing on knowledge or helping somebody out is a good thing. Most of the people on my friends list, how I met them was either through support requests or they maybe put something up in the recruitment chat, and that's how we met. So awesome. Anyway, so that's the growth. We have bad news for intercept battles. Here we go. 28 out of 50, which seems like it's good, but if you've been watching my content, this has been 28 out of 50 for quite a long time. And you know what? Let me switch here because I want to show you a picture that I took the other day. Here it is. So this was a public match Deathstalker fight that I went into. And as you can see, it took a whopping 8 seconds before Deathwalker was dead. And that's what I was afraid of. Apparently I didn't learn my lesson with all the other ones, that you need to get them while the getting's good. And now it's to the point where certain builds are able to just utterly destroy this thing. And I don't care how good you are, 8 seconds is not going to be enough time to damage the chest, grapple, and remove it. So, fun times there. I'm expecting that sooner or later the fun will wear off and people will get what they wanted out of it, and then they'll stop coming in there and maybe get a chance to get those grapples, or I could go in with a group, like a pre-made group, get one grapple, and then we'll get the kill. That's how I got a lot of these. Sorry, was helping people out and tell them, say, hey, look, I'm going to try to grapple that chest piece if you don't mind. And they're like, oh, no, you're helping me out. So, and we got quite a few of those, but I think we're going to have to back burner this at least for a little while. On those days when I'm bored, I'll jump in there and see if maybe we can get 1 or 2. But so far, not good. Void Operation. We did some of these. This is the normal one. We've already done the hard. This is how we got that dog food that we just got done. So I only need to do 23 of these. And I think what I'll do one night is just get in there and do as many as I can handle. So I should go from 77 out of 100 to about 80 out of 100 before I lose my mind. But I'm just not a fan of Void Vessel anymore. But it is what it is. But yeah, and we're going to kind of stock up on dog food pieces. Now, I kind of got burned on that. I had a whole bunch of stuff saved up, and then when the new fellow came out, you needed a different material. So I was like, oh, man. But getting the stuff to make food, apparently, that's a little bit more of a safer bet. I did have a bunch of that stockpiled, which was why my dog was sitting at 29. So I think what we'll do is we'll do those 23 with the full intention of just opening up the special material boxes to get the patterns and the materials to make more pet foods, fellow foods, and we're going to kind of wager that the next one they bring out is going to use the same materials to upgrade, and that'll put us ahead of the game. But we're going to get this done. Not tonight, but within the next week or two, we're going to get this finished. And all of the worlds we are done with. And last thing we got is Sigma Sector. We've done everything, but we're at 58,000 out of 100,000 for for getting kills. And this is honestly, I kind of refer to it as Void Vessel 2.0. I'm not totally against doing these, but it's getting less fun every time. And I found the best way for me to do it is to go in there and just get the bonuses for doing the relics, because you can move your Arche Tuning up real quick with that and then walk away. But we do have some things that we're going to do with that. So we're going to do that right now. Right now. So one of the good news here is we pick up Miss Frey Frey, and you see she is at 37. So she is almost at 40, and we should be able to get 40 tonight. Because not only do we have to do the Sigma sector stuff for this in order to get today's bonus, but we also need some weapon parts for our very last copy of Truly Deadly Arson beam rifle that we need, and we're going to try to get those tonight as well. I got a fun story for that. But for right now, we need to focus on this. Didn't give much warning on the time change, starting an extra hour early, so apologize for that. But I'm wondering if we're going to start doing 6. Because at least for Wednesdays, I got work in the morning. So staying up super late kind of sucks.
This is hound action to all personnel.
I'm not paying attention.
Conditions are unfavorable.
There we go. Sorry.
Over.
Hi. They say in this that the poisons, toxic and chill, don't work. But man, they work just fine. Especially in a bit when I go do these things by myself. We will drop to normal, so obviously it's normal, but it's not as effective, but I mean, still killing them. Got no complaints.
That aircraft is used to fly through void storms. It must be shot down.
Yep, we'll just deal with that quick. Found that if you do it by yourself, you're going to get way more kill totals than you do when you do these public matches. But to be honest, we're looking for speed right now, not fun times. I wonder what he dropped. He drop anything good? Phaon particles. I don't think I need them. Oh, hey! Oh. That puts a point on it, doesn't it? Yeah, I was trying to sneak that one deeper in, but dude got in the way. It's okay, though. Good. Oh, did it wrong.
Large Vulgus presence confirmed in the operation zone. Descendant, on your signal, we will initiate close air support.
There we go. Add new voice lines? Okay. What's the other guy? There you are. And my poison's already over here. That'll work. Yeah, we got an ATAMS part. There's our relic and some Arche Tuning. So we were just into level 37, and now we're a bit through level 38. So we do this again, we should be about halfway through 39, but we're still in good shape. Doesn't matter to me. Okay. So there's one down. Today's bonus acquired. Thankfully, this doesn't take all that long. I mean, I was very apprehensive when one of the selling points was the fact that you spawn in different places every time. Because whenever game makers seem to say that, it's never as impressive as they seem to think it is. I think of Destiny with the forest, whatever the hell that place was called. That place was just insanely annoying. These guys are pooping. Here, have that. Well, let's see. The next set will be over this way. And you're over here. All right, fellas. Hopefully you guys are over there to get those. Oh, we gotta get these guys first. Sorry. Alright. So all the yellow guys on this side. Poison's doing well, so we'll just let it do its thing. Farseer's down, and they got the other one, so hooray.
Descendant, we're detecting Arche life signs inside a Vulgus structure.
Pick up some speed here. Got that? Cool. Hey, look at that. There we go. We got our recycling. That's done, right? Yes. And we are leveling up some guns today. Malevolent is one of them.
Being transferred in large numbers. You must attack their point of origin.
Wow, I love Freyna for mindless tasks, man. Holy cow. Okay. That was interesting. Never had him land on me. Been close. Oh, she's upset with me now. Nice shot. All right.
Operation
Hey, we got a Serena code too.
awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
And yep. Well, we're a lot farther than I thought we were gonna be. Ugh. I was hoping to be a little around the 3,000 mark, but okay. All right, back to Albion we go with those two things done. Two more of the notch. So let me do something here real quick. Let me put the earbud back in. Seeing if that sounds weird or not. It's been very warm here today. So, unfortunately, it's very hot in this room. Kitty, you got to get down. All right. Now I got those moment of silence that I'm having to listen to because I was. Yeah, it does. It sounds like crap. Let me turn that off. All right, so that should hopefully sound a lot better. All right, so now I can hear myself turning it off, and we'll listen for that, see if that makes better audio. Or, it might be something with the mic, who knows. Anyway, I could hear the beep, that's for sure. Oh, it does. Oh, well, all right. Gonna get hot up in here. But that's what we do for quality, right? Don't pay attention to the last 30 minutes, guys, as the audio was crap. But it's all better now. So, all right. So, like I said, we're almost to level 40. We got the components that we needed. Let's go ahead and trash some things. See what we got. No, I don't care. Don't care. Okay, it's just those two left. And let's see. This is actually the Crusader Knight and the Ascending Armory are actually pretty good sets. I've been keeping anything that's a double gold, but I definitely got to look more into these and see what I've got together. This is whatever, but yeah, I'm really impressed with these. The skill cost dropping, and then the supplies and stuff. So who knows? We'll see. Not real impressed with those though. Why are you back up here? Mrs. Rabbit's at work, so these things need to be here next to me. Hey, hey, hey. You can't touch any of this stuff. Come on, man. Come on. So, what are we going to do in order to get the rest of those XP for the Arche Tuning? Well, on the Battle Pass, if I'm not mistaken, we have to do some missions in Broken Boundary. We just did one, so we just got to do one more. We dismantled reactors while we were in there, and this was already done. So, yeah, just one more of these, and we'll be done. Now, it doesn't say whether it needs to be high risk or regular, so it doesn't matter. And we actually have to go in to the normal mode because, so to find it, Carrying too much crap. There we are. We need one more copy of Truly Deadly Arson. And this was fun. This is great. Look at this. I got targeted rewards for the 2 pieces I'm missing. And you'll notice they're both at 66%. Every time you miss it and don't get it as the reward you need, you score yourself an awesome 11%. So I did these 2 missions 6 times, both times, and could not pull these apart. Got a bunch of the other ones. Could not get these 2. So we're going to have to go in there and see what we can do. The good thing about it is I should only have to do it 3, maybe 4 times. The only piece we're missing is this nanotube part that we've got to 66, and then this one. We need 14 more Furanites too in order to make this, and then that'll be our final copy, and we could be done with the whole thing. So this one comes from Isolated Deserts. So even though we need Broken Boundary for the Battle Pass, we're going to do this one first. So off to the Isolated Desert we go. Not that. Go to Sigma Sector, drop to normal, and to the desert so that we could try to get this thing. And I'm going to go ahead and do these on private because this is also where we're going to rack up on our kills. With the lack of other people, it's all for us. So, hooray, I guess. Now, each one of these completions should nail us 750. And we have to do it at least twice, so we're going to get 1,400. I don't think that's going to be enough to finish her off, is it? Nope. So we got to do this at least 3 times. But since we failed 6 times in a row on each one of these, I don't think that's going to be so much of a problem, is it? Are we going? Oh, we're just going down the hill. Cool. Look at all of them. Oh my goodness. Here, you guys have poison. So again, we need some of that Furanite. Those are only going to drop from yellow bar guys, and not in every section. We also tend to get ourselves some Veil Dust. Look at you. Roach, why aren't you picking up all this crap, dude? What are you doing? There you go. Go get that. There. Okay, thanks. Alright. So we're keeping an eye out for Furanite.
Enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers. You must attack their point of origin.
Oh, hey. Oh, I heard the saw blade. But it was too late for me. Oh, I missed. There we go. Should be some yellow bars around the corner here. So hopefully they'll be dropping some Furanite. Not so much for hope, huh? get some out of this section here.
Descendant, air support is standing by. On your signal, we'll initiate suppressing fire.
Skadoosh. Oh, we're at 11 pure night. So somebody had some. Alright, I don't think these guys drop it. They might. I don't think so, though. Come on, dude. Oh, nice. I still get a hit on that.
Operation
We got it.
awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
Boop. There it is. Sounds like a song. How do we do here? Look at that. 29. So we did get close. I was kind of figuring I'd have to do this more than once. Unfortunately, we don't have enough Purinite in order to make it. But we say goodbye to Isolated Desert. And now we could just do the Broken Boundary, which will finish off the Battle Pass requirement. If we're lucky, we'll get enough Purinite and we'll get the part that we need. We shall see. So we'll go here. We'll go here. And then we'll go here. And we'll keep it on the private. Just because we're greedy and we want all the kills. All the death. So in the event that we get the part we need out of this, we'll have to run this at least once more in order to finish off
This is HQ.
Miss Brena's Arche Tuning here.
To standby position. Best of luck, Descendants. Large-scale voltage
Just because I don't want to leave it
transfer.
empty there.
Stop the
Let's see what we
enemy
get.
deploying
Bunch of yellow bars here. But they got to drop the actual material. Went by pretty quick. Why are they still talking? Alright, well, whatever. Okay. Up the hill we go. Ooh, a spawn point.
Tactical transport en route to the Descendants' position. Close air support available. Danger close. I repeat, danger close.
I love how Nell wants to tell me it's danger close, and like it's already gone over my head, sister. Alright, grab all the stuffs, Roach, and we'll go on. Yeah, alright, bud. So we're just gonna come down here, get them to chase us. Poison right there. Ow. Alright, could be some guys here that will drop the uranite for us. Maybe not. Oh, we're already done? Holy cow. This was garbage. I'm pretty sure the bosses aren't going to drop what I need, so might have been a dead run. Not where I wanted to put that, but I bet it'll work. Well, we unfortunately got our part.
Operation completed.
And we did complete that, but we did not get enough uranite to make the nanotube, so we definitely have to go again. We kind of... God, we got to do it twice more. Unless we switch. But we can't switch because you don't get uranite from the other one. Damn this game. Been a couple times I've gone through and yeah, it just doesn't drop any materials. So, no fun. Two more times, little buddy. Two more times.
This is HQ. Troops are on the ground. Transport is en route to standby position. Best of luck, Descendant.
I think the most I've ever gotten in a single run was 12. Usually it's like a 4 to 6 type situation. So... Don't believe there's yellow bars in this little mess. We'll keep that ship up. Worst case scenario, we are helping out our kill count, right? It's just a bunch of minimum guys now. Just enough to be pains in the butt. Yeah. I mean, I could sit here and farm these guys, but it's only like... Dude, get down, kitty. Come on. Yeah, it's getting annoying. I haven't picked these things up since like day 2. They are cool, don't get me wrong, but don't need them. Either those ships needed to have more HP or those guns need to be toned down. I mean,
Enemy
I'm doing it with a skill set, so.
requesting strike on staging area.
Guess I better reload that gun, huh? Come on, everybody. Alright, let's see if this hallway of death has anything to do to help us out. Nope. Oh, I see you, though. Oh, there's something there. Veil dust. More veil dust. More veil dust. Well, malevolence up. Good. What do you see, buddy? Oh.
Descendant, air support is standing by. On your signal, will initiate suppressive fire. Look out above.
Guess we'll just carry this gun since we need to level it up. Looks like another dead run here, guys. I'm not thrilled. We might have to go back to the other map. Ah.
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
Thanks. Yeah, we got one more at least. So if I can get 9, that would be great. We're going to head back to Albion, switch it out. We'll go to the desert. We could definitely take those targeted rewards off, though. The only thing we're tracking is this right here. As you can see, you're supposed to be able to get it in both spots, but sure didn't seem like it. Oh, once more into the breach. Haven't needed veil dust for a long time. Sorry, hit the mic. Okay. Oh, it's so weird just seeing the one thing. I mean, it's the sign of progress, but
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
Don't think there's any yellow bars in this little mess. Slacking, Roach. Slacking. What are you doing? Oh. Alright.
Descendant, enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers. You must attack
I
their
don't
point
think there's
of
anybody in this mess. Not until we get to the top of the hill is there going to be a possibility for this. They just run straight at you. Alright, yep, right up there, them guys. Come on, boys. Oh, we got some. We got 4. Dude, I'm trying to do something. Only 4. Have to see if more come from anybody. Okay.
Descendant, air support is standing by. On your signal, will initiate suppressing fire.
I think that was a pretty good one there, brother. A little closer than I would have liked, but... Are you not dead? Man. Yep, you are.
Mission complete. Transport inbound. See you soon.
Well, there was our Arche Tuning. So we are now at 40. Hooray! Which means Reyna is done coming here. So we are going to have to switch her up with someone else. So far, Arche Tuning has been done for, let's see, where do we want to go with her? We only got 4 possible points, and we really don't have too many good options left over. We could drop our skill cost, which is definitely a good thing. You should always go after those purples. We could go over here to get MP recovery out of combat, but she really doesn't have an issue with that. Shield recovery out of combat. Problem is you're very rarely out of combat. What are these going to do? Skill power increases, though. Well, it's the same no matter which way we go. Might go up here to just this enhanced MP. She doesn't really have an MP problem, though. Well, we could boot. No, we can't boost her interest. We only have 3. Can't do any of those things. Damn it. Well, not a big shield kind of guy. So I'll tell you what, we'll just do this for right now, just because it's general increases, and we do have an HP skill build, so we could have gone for extra skill power, but she seems to be doing all right getting it done. So we are going to retire Miss Frey. Glay is done. Serena is done. And Ines is very close. I think we're going to switch to Balby now. And that's a max. That one's not. Keep that on her. Don't honestly know what I want to do with Malevolent, but we'll stick that on her for right now. As you can see, I have yet to do anything with the valves, so yeah, let's get this clear while we have a moment. Display time's hurting us. Okay, and what do we have here? No. 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 And no. Okay. Alright, well, garbage is taken out, so we will get back in there. We'll start working on little Miss Valby here. What do we have? Oh, sorry. What do we have on her? What module are we running? Yeah, we're just running the main supply moisture. That'll be good enough. All right, well, back to the desert because we need 4 more pieces of Furanite. Did I do that public? I believe there is a good chance that I did that public. I mean, if I did, I did, but sure did, didn't I? Need to get Bunny in here as well. I haven't finished her off.
This is Hound Action, reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
I guess we need to switch this so we can see if this thing goes up or not. I don't even know where the hell I'm going now. Oh, hi. Yeah. No Furinite there. There we go. That guy had 6 on him. I'll take it. Alright, we're done. We will finish this, though. I gotta be honest, man. By myself, I may have just rolled at this point, but... Cool. Honestly, man, I shouldn't complain. It was relatively painless for, compared to what it has been. Water in the desert.
A specialized Vulgus aircraft has appeared over the operation zone. Blasted out of the sky.
Now we're just trying to get her done. Oh, we don't have her switched over to midair. We... Surprised there were that many bad guys left. Alright, should be the last thing coming up here. And then we're heading back to Albion to make some guns. Uh-oh. Well, he knocked me down anyway. Man, dude just doesn't want to go down, does he? Oh, hi. There we go.
Extraction from operation
Never did get any more, but we only needed 20. You got 21. Oh, what did she get out of this, by the way? She didn't even go up a level. Well, it's just the 750 every time, or 1500 if you do it on high risk. But we had to do the normal ones in order to get this deadly arson. Hooey. nobody here. It's kind of weird. Alright, so nanotubes, the only thing we need to make. We do have extra pieces because we kept getting these things instead of the stuff we need. But this is the only one that we have to do. So it's going to take 2 hours. And I'm definitely not in the mood to speed that up. Not even worth the 30. So right around 9 o'clock, that'll be done. We'll get the final gun going, and hooray. Everything will be done. Alright, we're going to switch. Back to Glay, because now that we've got that going, we're going to do something else fun.
Yeah, so what do you need?
I know, buddy, I know. We're going to talk to this guy because we have a bunch of cores now from playing throughout the last several days. So we're going to try to make these fire rates gold. The last dagger fun, we're still 1%, but kind of have to sidestep that because we've got other guns that we want to use that we haven't even really done anything with. So, oh, you know what? Before we do that, we did get a core, and that core is for, I believe, this Kingsguard Lance. Yeah. So we shall pop those in. And why don't we go ahead and we'll drop some in there just to get things started. So this one I don't even remotely care about, but it does bother me when it's not gold. So we're going to put this in, and we are going to roll this. We'll take, whatever's the higher number at this point. But we're looking for any kind of gold roll. They're the same. They're the exact same. Cool. There we go. So, Order of Truth, thank you for stepping up. It's awesome. We got a firepower one here. We got a ton of these guys. So, we'll make some, throw this on there. That's good, but it can be better. For this gun, I would rather definitely have, well, we're going to step it one at a time, huh? Wow, that extra percent. I would prefer to have just the straight firearm attack, which appears as though that's not a problem. That's all we're getting. Had to open my mouth. But yeah, just a gold roll. Don't care if it's... Dude, why am I getting the exact same? There we are. Yay. Yeah, so we're 1% below, but you know what? We'll be okay. And I do have some of these. Not even sure what I would want on this. Probably chill. That is my default. Thanks. We'll leave it at that. And then for my free augmentation slots, I'm not going to put anything in here yet because I don't really know what I would want to do with the Kingsguard Lance. This is the one that if you shoot it, it makes the turrets. And this definitely has some usage. And with a chill modifier on there to freeze everybody, that's even better. But yeah, I'm not sure what the best thing to do on that would be. Seems like everybody kind of defaults to rate of fire being one of the best things, and that makes sense because it's a shooter game. So how do things die? By doing damage to them. And if you can shoot more bullets than you did yesterday in the same amount of time, that's that's more damage. So that's how things die. So I get it. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure. In fact, what we're going to do is we are going to jump out of here and we're going to check this thing out. I have used it. I have not used it enough. So as you can see, it's barely got anything on it. I did get gold perks. Oh, it's already got an electric attack on it, huh? That's not good. We got to get rid of that. We don't want them fighting. Too many bullets. Takes incredibly long time to reload. 5% on the status effect. Might be good to switch. Man, I don't know if I want to spend that money, though, on a Kingsguard Lance just to get that electric attack off of there. I'll tell you what, you know what? We're going to do something here. I'm going to go over this. So, let's do some weapon readjustment. And we're going to do it on the Kingsguard Lance. So, my issue is this electric attack. I don't want that on there anymore. Because I'd rather it be a chill attack, if anything. But it doesn't have to be that. So we're going to get rid of that. Now, if I were to keep, like, these are, you know, good perks. It's great. If I were to keep all these, it's going to cost me 20 pieces of these fine adjustment axes and 100,000 every time I do it. But, you know, if I'm only doing, say I'm only keeping 2 of them, well, that's down to 5, which means I could try to replace these 4 times for the same cost as trying to replace this once, just by getting rid of another perk. So let's take a look at what we have here. Weak points at 11.8, and it's almost 12, so that's nice. Firearm critical rates 13.1, 13.3. Firearm attack 12.9. Okay, so you know what? That firearm attack, even though it's gold, it's about 0.3 below. If I could get anything 12 or higher, I'm kind of okay with that. I'm not sure that this weapon... Let's take a look at her a little closer and see if there's any reason to care about critical hits for this thing. My lord, I'm blind. There she is. Okay. 12% critical hit rate's not all that great. It's almost a ×2 damage. If I could get a status effect on there, I'd be much happier and get rid of that electric. If I could replace the electric with a chill, that would be cool. And it doesn't look like weak point is really going to be anything that's awesome. A rounds per magazine, depending on the increase amount, not going to be all that. Oh, it does a firearm damage difference. Doesn't look like a crit, so you know what? I don't know if critical hits are even going to matter, or weak points on these things. But I will tell you one thing. We definitely know that we don't want to keep this. And if this could be better, that would be great. And rounds per magazine can be 12%, which is only going to give us 4 or 5 more bullets. Status trigger could take us up to 30, so that would be nice. I think this is the only thing I'm going to keep. So this takes us down to 2, which means I can spin the hell out of these guys and look for much better rolls than I'm going to get out of it. I would like to see the critical hit rate go away, and the electric. I'd like to get a status and a chill. And I do want firearm attack, but I want it a little higher than that. So let's see what happens. Half a percentage low is not bad. I would want a gold chill attack, though, to be honest. So, tell you what, we're going to keep that. It's close enough. And we're going to spin these two. It still only costs us 5, so it's a little better. Let's try to get a gold. All right, so now it sucks because 12% is good enough for me. 0.2 below. Recoil is not going to help us. So now it's going to get pricey just to try to get any kind of chill attack out of here. Let's see. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I'm going to stop. It's not gold, but it doesn't have to be. But this is pretty well set up. Increase my status trigger. So that chill attack will be happening way more. Firearm went up a little bit. We kept our weak point damage. I'm happy. That wasn't too bad. But I still don't know what to put in those other areas. And also, it's worth looking at the gun. I haven't put any kind of effort into the Kingsguard Lance. So, as you can see, we've got just real basic. I did earlier, honestly, today, I put this in here. We do already have the expand weapon charge. So he's already got rounds per magazine better. Yeah, I don't know crap about beam rifles, to be honest. The Voltia is the only one I use. I wonder if we should take a look at our Voltia. Yep, so they're good. Better concentration. Compulsive magazine. There's something. Then we electrified this thing. So I think a compulsive magazine would be good. We'll pick up some extra rounds. Much better than like a 10 or 12% that we would get from a weapon option. I don't think I need the concentrations. Might be worth putting more chill into it. We'll see. All right, so I'll tell you what. We'll drop back over. Sorry, it's right beside it. Good Lord. So yeah, fire rate up is definitely good. You know, I forgot already what that damn thing is called. Compulsive magazine. There we go. We'll put you right up here. So we can put about 13 points in. So we can't put a full module in, but we could put a couple small ones. It's got some possibilities because we know we're going to be freezing people. So I think that's going to be a possibility. And I'm wondering if it's worth it putting this on, because we will get some bonuses. I think we'll try it at least for now. We got 1 point left over. So we've got definitely a couple things here we got to do. Oh, I can do one right now. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll save those changes and we'll drop an M right here. That is going to be the action reaction and then that. So that didn't pick us up that much. It should be enough. I don't have it right. Oh, the chill enhancement's already on. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. And like I said, we'll do some research. What options do we have on... Unfortunately, that's fire attack. Is there a similar one for ice? Probably not in this setup. I don't know, guys. Everything's insight, giving us criticals that we just walked away from. So, and fire stuff, that'd be nice. So we may not even make use of this. We'll have to see. Yep. All right. Well, it's a start anyway. And I'll definitely be looking up some of the people's thoughts on Kingsguard Lance and what we can do with it. But again, I'm not competent just sitting here to put that stuff in there. I want to get that fire rate better on my Malevolent. So we're going to go over here and talk to this guy. And we're going to see what we can do about that blue fire rate. We have 14 of these guys. So, all right, I'll take a purple one. Can only go up another 3%, but that 3% actually is kind of big. But, oh, let's see what it does. It gets worse is what it does. And then it's the wrong thing. And then it's the exact same thing. Oh, that would have been... You know, this, I'm not going to select it, before we get stupid. But because this handgun only has a few rounds, so rounds per magazine doesn't do much. But if you think about it, 147%, this might be the way to go on Kingsguard Lance, because that will give us a ton more ammunition. It's at 45 now, so an extra 150% is going to take us almost up to 100. So that is pretty cool. You're going to waste all these on a couple of percentages, huh? Dude. All right, well, I think we're good. Because you know we have to, right? You know we have to. We can get that 20, man. We'll throw a couple extra cores at it. Right color, wrong thing. And wrong thing, wrong color. So, no bueno. Let's see. I do have some. You're not going to see me spending too much time on that, to be honest. I think I might have a bunch of blue cores, though. I only got 6. And I'm not using it enough. It's not even 4 yet. Was talking to a friend, and he was telling me that this gun's awesome. I know that it's best in Serena's hands because it's designed to do things when you're floating or you're up in the air. So when you get good at flying, this thing can make some really serious stuff happen. I just kind of put these cores on it to get it, and in honesty, those were the rates. That's what I got. Just putting the cores on, just popping them on and walking away. In fact, I think, like, if I wanted to, I got a bunch of these, don't I? I have like 14 of these, so I could try to do that extra 6%, but don't want to get too crazy with it yet. And I haven't played Serena very much. And I was looking at whether or not I want to go back and visit some of these older guns. And start putting some serious use into these. I used them a bit. You could see they only have a couple modules on them. I really didn't put a lot of effort into them. I have done mostly Enduring Legacy, Thunder Cage, Secret Garden, Last Dagger, Final Masterpiece, Voltia, and then let's see, where's my sniper rifle? That's the one I use. Yep. I use a piercing light. Could do better on that. Try to get those aimed, and the rounds per magazine doesn't really matter. I just used all my green cores anyway. We're okay here. Greg's Reverse Spade is another weapon that I thought might do actually pretty good in Serena's hands. And this one's not built all that badly. Kind of hurts seeing that purple slot, the bonus firearm. Almost as much as it hurts seeing these 10 level 10 cores drop when you do the mission. Let's see if we can make it gold. I don't care which one, just as long as it goes gold. And we got 200 of those things, so we're in good shape. We'll take a 520 over 500. And there we go. Once again, the Order of Truth stepping to the plate. Look at those guys. 77 here. Could be higher, but I'm okay with it. And again, I haven't thought about what I wanted to put in my pre-augmentation slot yet. Tell you what, this gun does not work well against Colossi. So let's see if we can get this to just a regular old firearm attack. Oh, that's funny. It's because it's purple, but it's 500 versus 290. Insanity. That's a level 7 core as well. Holy cow. All right. Oh, I clicked off of it. I'd rather have that, so I don't want to keep it, but we'll see what we can do. It's a little better. I do miss using the Python. Don't miss it enough to go down below like 6. So if we don't get a gold perk by the time we hit 6, this will... Yeah, okay. So we're going to shelve that. Well, let's drop something in this one, actually. Let's see what we can get. I mean, it's the only option we got. And we'll replace this. Don't know what I want here, but I definitely don't want weapon change speed. I don't really have an issue with that. A lot of times, man, we do the with the rutile yellow cores. We just go with sprint speed just to be able to keep up with everybody. But this is a submachine gun, so we're already going to be going a little quick. Let's see. No. And that's good enough. Well, I'll take the hip fire over the weapon change. Something to think about later. We're happy here. We still got a 7 core. Go ahead and replace that. Boy, look at that. Really going up with the hip fire. Trying to think of what I would want on this. The accuracy bonuses are kind of questionable because usually whenever I'm using this gun, it's just roll up real close, empty the magazine on them, and then get out of the way before their melee comes in and hits. So aimed shots definitely not the way to go. Like if I can hip fire that, you just get so close that you can't miss. But yeah, I don't know. And again, there's 10 cores everywhere except for this here at the bottom. But yeah, we'll do it just because I hate these things. And we'll do this. We'll keep going up until we get something gold. There we go. Order of Truth again, man. Descendant something. I mean, besides bullets. Okay. I guess we could load that up, Fallen Hope, with some cores. Yeah, we could load up Divine Punishment. So we're just going to drop, if I have any left, yeah, I do. Doesn't matter what it is, just as long as we get a core in there. Don't have any of those. Oh, it's nice of you. Look at that, we got a full power perk right out of the gate. Thank you, game. I appreciate that. I don't know what I want to put up here, so we're going to have to wait. Use our last one of these. Well, I'm just going to get whatever. It's not bad. It's the same setup. Not as impressive as the last one, but it'll do, right? And again, I don't know what to put in here, so we're going to hold off. But let's just get something in there. And I think what we're going to do now is we're going to take Miss Glay in. We're going to do some core farming. So every gun that I've got here, I have unlocked and put a core on it. And not many in here have them. Clairvoyance I would use. I can't see myself caring about that, but I guess you do it just to do it. This is actually a second restored relic I'm building, so I still need copies. Hub. I can't say I've ever shot this gun. I think I just put it on there and went and got XP in order to get it to 40 for MR. I had a lot of hopes for this gun, and we're just going to leave it at that. I actually tried to work with Hammer and Anvil, but it just doesn't compare to Smithereens. So this is actually a second Thunder Cage that I have. Excava, I need to do the 200s with the little support button thing to get the coins to make these because we missed out on one. This is the second Greg's Reverse Fate. I don't even remember how I got this. Blue Beetle. Now this one was very popular. A lot of people liked Blue Beetle. I never did. When I played Destiny, I was a huge scout rifle fan. Holy cow, I loved them things, especially in PvP. But over here, it didn't translate. So I need to start using these things a little more, get a little more used to it. But yeah, this is definitely a deficiency I have is with scout rifles. So probably should put a core in there. I tried this one out a little bit, used it some, but I liked Smithereens better, so we just stuck this in the storage bin and never used it. This is a second Smithereens that I have for some reason. And then I built a second last dagger and got the extra copies already. I just haven't cored it and put it in there. I was contemplating on building one specifically for use outside of Colossi and the Void Erosion Purge, but honestly, I don't know if that's worth doing. I could put this one, because the one I have is not built for Colossi. It's just built for Glay to tear the crap out of everything. It just happens that she does it very well. So I think I made this because I wanted one that's designed to take out Colossi and a little more tuned as far as the perks go. But haven't gotten to it yet because we got other things we're doing. So that's where we stand. But for now, our key goals will be to... well, we're going to check something here. I want to check this journal. And I want to see how we're doing. Hey, 61.5. So we put about 3,500 kills on here. That's not bad. We're just going to kind of leisurely let that go. From now on, I think I'll just do, since the arson is finished, I'll just do my daily ones. And sadly, I'll probably just do them on the high risk, and I'll do it private because I need the kills and 2 completions. So that's where it is. There's something else I want to do, but let's go check a couple things. So people are doing some arcade farming, and that guy saw something funny. And that was a while ago, so he's offline, so we missed that one. Sorry there, friend. Anyone need help? Invite me. It's good to see somebody else being helpful. Will someone grind Tormentor with me? I don't do much damage. You're offline. So, all right. Well, we were being selfish and trying to get our own things done. So we did not catch those recruits. But let's go over and see if there's anybody throwing support requests out before we go do another cute little task that we have. We'll stand here for just a second. Let's make sure we're not set up. We should be full metal, and we should be striker. Good. Because we're not going to do tormentor fights, but we're going to go do something else. Because I noticed something when I was checking journal entries, and I was like, oh, no, we can't have this. And 3, 2, 5. Okay, so I don't really look at this, but I do reference it, the fact that I'm only 10 away and etc. And I noticed that this was no longer matching, so I missed something. I was like, oh no, what records did I not do? Because I had done all these. And then I looked up here, we got the history. And it didn't even occur to me, but this you get from finishing Serena's quest. And it's just a major list of major battlefields during the apocalypse. And I actually came across something, and I was like, what the heck is this? I didn't pick it up, but it is actually one of the steps to unlocking all these things. So we are going to go do that right now. So if you look at this, the guide's just telling you that she pulled some information out of Serena's memory, and it tells you on these maps where to go to find something. So here, confirmed to be the stronghold of the Exorcist Knights of Kingston within the destruction. Obtained traces of Serena's injury within the stronghold. No remains have been retrieved since the incident. Confirmation of findings required. So what this means is somewhere in the destruction we got to go find something. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Kingston, and we're going to go to the destruction. And it just so happened this is the thing I ran across, so I know exactly where it is. We're on hard or normal? We're on hard. Good. Doesn't matter. But yeah. So anyway, so I was running around here and I was helping a person out with a mission that brought us into this church building. So let's go look at that real quick. And we've done many a mission in this. I don't know if it's a church or a university or a monastery or what it is. It's big and fancy. But I ended up coming near this statue and saw this. So apparently there's something around here. I'm not sure. Oh, is it that? Might be that. But there we go. Yep, that was a faded pauldron. So now we have unlocked that record, and we can see it. Oh, it's a piece of body armor fragment from Serena's old uniform. Albion Fortress, originally Knight of the Kingston Order of Light, joined Albion after the apocalypse, organized the surviving knights of the Albion Fortress Monastery to stand against the Bogus. She didn't remember this? Okay. Anyway, so we found that one. So now we shall look to the guard. Records found of a warehouse being used by smugglers within the fallen theater. Most likely contains relics from the apocalypse that have not been recovered from the smugglers. That is in the fallen theater. So we're going to go over there, which is right here. And we are going to try to find ourselves a warehouse. But I got to let my dog out of this room because he is a little too warm. Like I said, it's hot today. So give me 1 second. You want to go out there, buddy? Not that out. Just not in here. Get your pant, which means you're thirsty. So there you go, bud. Okay, so we got to find a warehouse that's used by smugglers. I don't think that looks like a warehouse. Let me move my mic here, sorry. Is that a warehouse? Might be. So we're just going to kind of wander around until something keys up. They aren't usually crazy deceptive about this stuff. It's usually right out in the open. Get some supplies and some materials while we're here. May have been a library, not a warehouse. Let's check down here. Oh, hello. I don't think I've been down here. Oh, that's a buried munition box. Okay. Thought that was something special. This is like getting some Dark Souls vibe out of this, you know? Sit here and get my health back. Little sword sticking out of it. Anyway, okay, anyway. Alright, so this was not it. And there's nothing over there. And like I said, this, I don't know if it's like a Colosseum or something. It's not really a warehouse. Oh, Ironheart particles. Can I get in there? I cannot. Alright, so these are just houses. Hey, friend. Kind of looks warehousey. Can I get in there? Oh, I can. It's gonna be hard to remove. Ah, look at that. All right, well, what did we get here? Luckily, a prototype of the firearm currently named the Last Night. Prototype issued Defendant's Generation of Despair. What? The Generation of Despair? Jesus Christ. M1. Yay. I see the Magisters. Only the blueprints now remain, while all physical prototypes have been destroyed. Specialized supply depots were created and maintained throughout English to supply battles locally, but were destroyed by the bogus. My firearm thought to have been completely destroyed. This firearm is clearly the remains of one. Since every person only smokes firearm. According to the Albion data, the original M1 has now been modified and is called The Last Night. However, for historical purposes, this is a very important sample. I will upload the detailed data in the receive. Very cool. All right. Next up. Looks like we're going to Vespers. In the ruins, because it's green, it's the site of the most intense battles against the bogus. There's an incredible amount of data on the guerrilla combat techniques used by intelligence units at the time, especially on the western edge of the battlefield. Focus investigation on this area, the western. Is there a compass in this game? I mean, my natural inclination is to think that this is the north. This would be south. So the western side would be this whole part here. All right, let's see if we're right. Oh, that was a hidden metal shard, huh? Got ourselves a rather long loading time here. That's not good. All right, let's put you over here. All right, so yeah, this would be the western side, if the world is correct. So we'll. Okay. So yes, apparently there is a some sort of a compass, and this would be the western side. I love it when it's easy. Let's see here. What? We have that now. A long weathered fragment of Descendant body armor has a distinct form of the existing Descendant body armor data. More Baldy. Results unknown. Name unknown. Place of birth unknown. Age unknown. More Baldy. Records indicate that he put a request for extremely light armor. Scouted and assassinated targets. Ooh, look at you, fancy boy. Forming the Morvaldi Special Forces, a special organization that would become the foundation of the Colon Special Forces. He's also credited as the originator of the Colon Special Forces number 0. Sharon. Time of the Apocalypse. Luckily, we would have never found this without Arche scanning technology. I don't know, I just kind of ran up on it, but body armor appears to have maximized the use of noise suppression and lightweight tape. May be able to analyze that. That would be cool. Okay. Next up. A faint residual Arche energy patterns of a grave walker in Lost Supply Depot may yield new information. Further investigation from records. So Lost Supply Depot, there is actually there's the up in this area, because here's the cliff edge. So like right up in this. Is that him? I think that's him. I think that's where the Colossi body is. I know this because I spent far more time than I would like to admit hanging around, jumping around on it. I didn't realize it would be season 2.2 before there was any point to it, but it's up in this area. Trying to find something, sir. We did not have to choose violence. Oh, there it is. Yep. Been there a while, I think. So I know you can climb up on this stuff. You can't actually get on top of him. Let's see here. This looks all horrible and scary. Yeah, you reach like a... Oh, there's a glitchy thing going on there. Yeah, you do that, so unfortunately. Oh, what? Residual Colossi energy. Okay. Very good. Oh, it's her boyfriend. He's the first descendant. Well, I guess we could ask Serena about all this stuff. Cannot be certain due to the inaccuracy and loss of many of his records. Using the found data as a baseline, we can lay the groundwork for tracking his records in the future. Or you could just ask Serena. Either way. Okay. So, next is Echo Swamp. Identify the corpse of a colossus in misty woods. That requires further investigation. Records indicate bogus interference prevented previous investigation. There's another one of these. There are colossi in misty woods? I don't know. I don't remember seeing... I mean, I remember hanging out at the Gravewalker, and then, of course, all the colossi hanging around in the fortress, all their bodies. There's one here. There's nothing that way. Oh, look, there's a... mini games. Ooh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wow. I was punished for my insolence. Do not go that way. Do not go that way. I don't even know which way I was supposed... Dude, really? Okay, we're going to go this way. Colossi body. Wow. Can see it up there. We're going to do it. It's a precision code break. I don't even know if I need this stuff. But, non-Enzo. That looked like it was red, but it gave it to me. Hey. Okay. Dude, do you know where there's a Colossi body? I should have asked first. You don't need these. So, all right, well, that's where you do the mission to get last dagger parts. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at this. Nope, that's a wall. That's a teleporter. Oh, it is. That's just where you do that mission where you got to collect the samples, and usually the sample thing is sitting in front of here. I just thought this was like a piece of tree or something. Hell no, that's... Which one is that? Is that Executioner? Still got a sword. Look at you. You look better, but you're okay. I like 2,000 hours in this game. Didn't even know this asshole was here. Oh, his little canister's all broken. Oh, and that's what I got to look at. Okay. Oh, these guys are going to cause problems, so let's kill them. Okay, there we go. Records, history, boop. Arche genetic information of Descendant Sands. Sands. Likely his body armor was designed to be balanced, but not tuned to any particular ability. However, more accurate data. Sandsbury. Ah. His name was Sands. If my name was Sandsbury, I'd go by Sands as well. Along with Ralliant is known to be from Hagios. Descendant, Generation of Despair. Descendant who wore a unique set of body armor known as the Reaper Skull. Sands' nickname Reaper. So his name was Sandsbury, and his code name was Sands, and then he got a nickname Reaper. Okay, dude, just... Okay. Skull-shaped helmet. It's likely driven by an intense vendetta against the Bogus. Records confirm that he slaughtered the Bogus mercilessly, which also confirmed that the nickname Reaper was given to him by his enemies. Oh, okay, now I'm fine with that. Okay. That is, when your enemy gives you a nickname, yeah, you're doing it right. Unaccounted for after Echo Swamp operations, he was later recorded to have been killed in action. Multiple have been detected on the relic. Analysis confirms to be Arche DNA, matching genetic of Sandsbury. Reaper, thank you, his name's Reaper. In the Hobby data, he likely died of blood loss, and will need additional assistance from the excavation team who want to investigate further. Okay. That was rather strange. Confirm reports of a fierce encounter east, well, we know the directions, of Derelict Covert near the ruins. Found data showing multiple casualties from this battle. No bodies. Okay, so Derelict Culvert on the east side of the map, huh? Wrong one. There we go. Oi. Alright, well, this will be the east, so let's go find some ruins over there. I like the kind of investigative stuff like this. I don't want to have to like put stickers and pictures and red string across my walls to do this stuff, but these little tiny things like this. Okay, so this is east. We're looking for some ruins. It's another last dagger mission, this one right here. Oh, that definitely looks like a bunch of ruins. Okay, we'll start there. This is the east, right? Yes. Yeah, I've never really looked at this. This is pretty damn impressive, guys. Cannot get in there, though. or there. All right. Okay. Let's start on the ground. What's over here? Nothing. Whoa, hey, buddy. Easy there, man. You seen any things? No, I'm gonna get stuck if I go back there. Shoot him. I won't tell anybody. Okay, sorry. Oh no, puppy. Is that a place? Ooh. Oh, there's something. Indomitable right arm, huh? Very managed prototype prosthetic arm. Belonged to the Descendant Percy. On record. First prototype are crafted and now being using Ancestors technology. Percy, a paladin of Haggis, he lost his right arm in battle after becoming a Descendant. So, like a early, what's it called? The Generation of Despair Lepic here. It's said to have fought fiercely and returned after defeating all his enemies. He earned the nickname Indomitable Percy and led the managed to create the first arcade derived prosthetic arm. The device was then delivered to him alongside the Indomitable Knight, a specialized suit prototype restored by studying the technology of the Ancestors afterwards. Distinguished himself in the field and the battle again and again before being killed in action. However, much of the experimental data on the body armor was lost. Why? Records indicate that all past body armor was either recovered or destroyed on the battlefield to prevent the leaking of Ancestors technology, but fragments of them could still be found all over battlefields. Well, then they didn't. That it wasn't either recovered or destroyed, was it? Maybe a good idea to see a specialized team. Be able to collect debris from these battlefields. Yeah, you probably should. I will upload the data from the analysis of remaining factor. Fancy boy. Okay. One more to go. Hagios. There are records of a strategic location in the corrupted zone. The Exorcist Knights of Kingston, organized to defend humanity. May last stand there. Their subsequent exploits are unknown. Search the underground areas of the corrupted zone. Recommended. Okay. So, this is the only part that has like underground stuff. This does not. Let's start here. Okay. Let's see. Underground. I always mess this up because I try to look for the there's usually a one of them things. Is there one? It's way over here. Here's the entrance. Yeah, you come in here, and there's one. He's usually like right there, right in that room sometimes, but Discarded body armor piece. I found a knight's brooch. Manus. Hands of Fate. Confirmed. Superalloy blend of steel and Kuiper. Below the current minimum standard. Oh, his name is Ron. Ron Manus. Organized defense of the stronghold, known for his special experiment at the time. They lacked technology to apply Arche shields. The special as a result of focusing on achieving maximum physical defense with a small amount of Kuiper alloy. Researchers decided to sacrifice mobility for maximum protection. Never a good design. They delivered to the Descendant Manus, who was from Vespers. Subsequently, it was destroyed in battle with no known surviving sample. A request exists to send any samples believed to be part of this body armor to the Council of Magisters. Subject candidates used to maximize Kuiper reactivity have been detected likely in various pieces required to create this prototype. I've identified body armor components that are curiously superior to those of the current generation of battlesuits. Analyzing them will allow us to introduce new technologies to improve the strength of the Descendant's equipment while using only a small amount of Kuiper. Okay, fancy, fancy. What was the brooch thing I got? Is that in here? I'll have to look that up. See what the knight's brooch is. Okay, well, it's 2 hours in, so we're going to take our first little break and get something to drink, hit the bathroom, and then I will be right back with you. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, we are back, and we figured out what the brooch is. It's a chest attachment. So there it is, and it says the Kingston Order of Exorcist Knights. So fancy stuff there. So yeah, I guess you get a free little chest attachment thing. That's pretty cool. It's a neat little surprise. Okay, so that's done. Yeah, we got nothing done, so we'll head up. And we'll plant ourselves right here for a moment. And we'll talk a little bit. So, Roach is trying to walk into the wall. That's good. So in the video that I put out earlier this week, I was talking about the Colossi battles, and I was talking to a friend about. Hold on.
Just say the word. I'll find out everything for you.
Here's somebody. Okay, so he's in Hagios doing the ransacked village. Hey, we were just here. Hello, friend. Can't hear me, but... So, when I come in...
Reinforcements have arrived. Divert their attention. I found the parts needed for the repair.
So when I come in and help somebody out like this, I don't just, like, come in here and just start slaying. This is their game. They just needed a little bit of help. I don't want to take it away from them.
The disturbance needs to be louder. Blow up something. Their communications facility would be good.
There we go. But yeah, I don't want to come in here and just start kicking ass and getting crazy. I don't want them to die, but I could, you know, I could come in here guns blazing and just be ridiculous. Go.
Bogus are using 2 channels to communicate. There's likely another comms facility nearby.
It's in here. Okay, I get it. Like I said, I don't want them to die, though. But I also don't want to just totally do everything for them. What are we looking at here? They're both low MR. Too late. Not even part of this mission.
This time, hit the elite enemies. They're hidden deep within the depths. I'll use the opportunity to snag the repair parts.
Alright.
Yeah, elite enemy units. They were hiding here, just as expected.
Guess we can go crazy.
Great.
There we
Operation
go.
completed.
Boom. Alright. You can come down now. We will give a salute. And back to Albion we go. So yeah, I won't go in there, you know, guns blazing, skills flying, going crazy. Unless, like, there's times where I've gone in there and just as I'm spawning in, the other player goes down. And there's tons of bad guys and all sorts of horrible stuff happening. Then we'll clear it out and get them back up and we'll go. But they want help. And I don't like the concept of my help turning into a carry. You know, here, let me do everything for you. So try to just, you know, throttle back. More like just helping out instead of carrying through. So the exception to that was like when that one player was doing the void reactor over and over and over again, trying to get that ultimate glay part. So it's like, you know what, you've gotten the experience, friend. You understand this. Here, let me just help clear this. So that was guns blazing. But helping out with missions like that, I usually just go in and do that. Now there's been a couple players that have like, you know, sent me friend requests and asked for more help, which I've tried to do. But if they send me, like, I had one person who friend requested me as soon as I joined. Like, I landed on the ground and they immediately, boom, hit me and tagged me and did friend request. And I was like, whoa, hey now. I might be a douchebag, you know. But they were in Kingston still, so they didn't know anything. And unfortunately, that was far too close to the end of my night to be able to fully help somebody like that. But if that were to happen right now, I would probably kill the stream and we would, you know, start going over things and sharing some of the wealth of knowledge that I have with all my time playing this game. I still got plenty to learn, but I can help people get through the basics and explain some of the stuff. Some of these things, they didn't explain them really well. You can learn them. You'll learn them eventually, but quite a few. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's quite a few times I wish there'd have been somebody there that could have been like, "Yo, dude, this is how you do this. This is how you do that." But anyway, so we're gonna sit here, watch the screen again. I was gonna start to talk about my video about Colossi, and then that thing popped up. So we'll pick up right where we left off. Because I had mentioned that towards the end there, I said I'd love to see something like a legacy setting for Colossi battles. And what I meant by that, or what I mean by that, is, you know, when they made the changes to these guys, I'm assuming somewhere at Magnum headquarters or Nexon headquarters or somewhere there's the code that still has them the way they used to be before any changes were made. And I would love to see them put them back into the game as just an option. And, you know, that way we could fight them the way we used to, because this game's not giving people incentives to play together. I very rarely, when I do support requests, they're usually in the early stage of Sterile Land. It's odd to get a Hagios one, Echo Swamp sometimes, but like Fortress, White Knight Gulch, don't happen that often. Just because by that time people have picked up enough on the game that they understand it and they're just going through doing their thing. But, you know, those older Colossi fights would warrant teamwork. And that's something that's really missing from this game. Not that you can't do it, it's just there's not an easy way to facilitate it, and you know, it's not built into it. I was talking to a friend and I was saying that, you know, why is it that everything is made easier to do by yourself? Between the fact that, like, somebody jumping into your mission or helping you out, like if you load in, take a Colossi for instance, they're going to be stronger. They actually weaken the Colossi because it's just you. I mean, if you're going to take them on by yourself, take them on by yourself. You know, that's why you do it. That's why you go in by yourself. That's why you solo things. I soloed an activity built for 4 people. Not I soloed an activity built for 4 people that was reduced down to be able to be done by 1. That's just I don't know. It's just not a good way of running the game. It just seems like they don't want to put any effort into making this more than just a solo or a public matchmaking game. And I think that's horrible. I wish they would expand on that. Whether they expand on it by clans, whether they expand on it by unique rewards that you only get by doing co-op things. Because, you know, a lot of these missions that we'll do, it's nice to have somebody sit there and just BS with. A lot of this stuff you can kind of turn your brain off and just kind of go through reaction-wise. It's not that it's not hard or that there's no difficulty. It's just a lot of these things we've done 30, 40, 50 times. So, you know, you kind of get it. But, yeah, I would have loved to see the old code back. And even if it's just paint, you know, or a placard, like when you click on your name and you see it. I'd hate to see them put them in the leaderboard because leaderboards are not really team oriented. They're more of a highlighting solo accomplishments. So I don't know, but I think it'd be a good step if they put some of the stuff that required teamwork back into the game. And let us have at it, you know. The hard mode Colossi aren't really tied to the game as far as completing it like the normal mode are. You know, every time you finish a map, you got to go fight a Colossi. And I mean, to speak from a personal experience, the first time I went up against Gravewalker, that was, you know, crazy. It was a good fight. Oh, sorry. It was a good fight. I had fun. This was pretty cool. And then Stunning Beauty was like, wow, okay. And the first time I ever fought Executioner, there was somebody that was up in this range, or hard mode, had come down to do it. And this guy died instantly. Just click, click, boom, and down he went. And I was like, okay, well, cool. And, you know, at that point, I was just trying to get through the campaign, so it didn't bother me that much. But looking back on it now, it's like, you know, I didn't fight him. I can do it now. But my first time through, I just landed on the ground, and I don't know what the guy had, but he pulled the trigger, and this thing just exploded. And then down he went, you know. Dead Bride was problematic. That took some fighting. Devourer, I believe all of these guys I only did once, and Swamp Walker I did more than times, but to get the clear, mostly because there was higher powered players in there. but I would love to see those Colossi tuned to us now as a fight. That would be great. And I'm assuming since the code's in there, all they'd have to do is put it back in and give us a button to click, you know, and it brings up a menu. But anyway, the teamwork issues. I feel bad for the people that designed this. Like, I could not imagine if I sat down and designed the Molten Fortress fight and then went in and played it right now to see what it's like. Beyond the weapon growth. When I was doing... I kind of came late to the journal. I was just playing the game and having fun. I wasn't carrying anything. And the Colossi battles was one of the last things I started doing. And I was doing the removals, and then you have to remove parts, and then you have to destroy parts. And one of the problems with the removals was the upgraded and current weapons were far too powerful. And I literally had to go back to normal mode and get like a level 45 gun with no modules or anything on it in order to do those fights. Because it was the only way I could make a part turn yellow. You know, everything else was just, I'd shoot it and it'd just explode. I even did nothing on Thunder Cage. And took all the modules off. Just the base gun, just everything I had into it. The 4 copies and all that. And I pulled the trigger and the pieces just blew off. So I was like, okay. So that is an option that we could do. And they could do that to where, you know, we're going to fight Molten Fortress, but you can't have a weapon higher than this. You know, there's a DPS check or DPS limit. Or it can limit your own guns down to it. And make it something that's totally optional. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. If you want to, get in there. And just, you know, some of those fights were awesome. And helping people learn it and pass it, it's great. It's one of my favorite things. We can't do it anymore because it's just, well, just go in and shoot it until it falls down. Not a lot of people with support requests all of a sudden. Let's see what is recruit looking like. You want to sneak? No. Yeah, I think it's we get further and further away from that previous update with 2.2. We're seeing less and less. We look at the crew here in My Albion. The lowest is 14, 13. Wow, we got a brand new player. Welcome to the game, buddy. Wish you the best of luck. Go get a Thunder Cage. It'll help you out throughout pretty much the whole early point. Yeah, so we got one level 1, and then 13 is the next. So, you know, a master rank 13, you know, he's got a level 40 character. He's been around. That mastery rank thing. So you see these guys are like 29, and I'm 29, and all that means is that we were stupid enough to go around. And pay attention to those numbers. Ally retreat route. I'm not sure if I remember this one. Another Hagios. Shoop. Oh, God bless you. See, like this is a little out of hand right now. So we're gonna clear the field. We'll get her back up. Okay, there we go. We're back under. Back under control. You know, I never really thought about it, but the way you're making this move used to be attached to your shield. Could Glay not do this mission? I don't honestly know. I never had to do it with her. All right, there we go. Hey. Should be getting close to the end, I think. No, we come up here and make a turn, don't we?
All right.
Nope,
Based
it's
on
right here.
analysis of
There we go.
we should be able to pinpoint the locations of the dispersed members.
Good luck. Good luck, Green Lantern. And he's gone. That's okay. So there's a perfect example. You know, I drop in and it's already a bad situation. So we just cleared the field, get it back up, and then we'll drive on like we're supposed to. If you're not prepared for that kind of mission, they can be a little tough. All right, back here and back to Colossi. Actually, let me get a drink of my Dr. Pepper here. I told your secretary to pack the Mr. Pibb. It's the only Coke I like. But anyway, so yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see options in the game where, you know, you don't have to do it. It's not tied to any specific rewards that you need throughout the game. You know, don't put special guns into it. You know what? Maybe if you want to put a special gun into it, but nothing that's going to be game breaking and too crazy. And man, I wish they would just give us an option of being able to team up and do things together a little better. That also has a lot to do with the player base. If a person wants to just get through an activity, they're not going to sit there and explain stuff. And some people aren't good at explaining, you know. So, you know, to each his own. But some people aren't good at listening either. But anyway, I remember working with somebody one time. We were going to do a Deathstalker kill. And this was before you could kill him in under 10 seconds. Kill her, sorry. But, and I asked, it's like, do you have a shield build? And the person told me, he's like, nah, me and my buddy, we play a lot together. He's not on. But we always thought shields were kind of useless. And you think about it, they absolutely are. I thought the same way. I never cared about shields. I was like, why do I care about something that if I step into a, you know, kill one of those douchebags with the fire tank, a little jug on his back, and it leaves the fire on the ground. As soon as you step into it, your shields are gone. Well, it's because I didn't have any shields. I only had a couple hundred shields. Didn't realize you could get massive amounts of shields. And when you do, you don't take as much damage. They don't go breaking down. So I explained to him, I was like, well, Deathstalker has that health thing where it's constantly halving your health and you can't get it back. And that's usually why people are going down so quick. So we sat down, we worked out a good shield build, and we went in and just destroyed Deathstalker. I was like, dude, and he was so happy. That was awesome. I remember talking to another player, and we changed some components around and changed the builds, and we were working on a shield build for doing Deathstalker. Green Lantern again.
Just say the word. I'll find out everything for you.
Is this the same mission? No, it's close. It's the same area. But anyway, I asked, I was like, so what's what's a Colossi that you fought often that you kind of know how bad it hurts you? And they were like, oh, you know, Pyromaniac. So we went into Pyromaniac with that shield build, and we just stood there and tanked the living crap out of the damage. And she was like, wow, I didn't know shields could do that. It's like, yeah, dude. And the resistances, so it's just, you know, learning experience. But if nobody takes the time to tell you that, you don't necessarily know it. We might have to, hang out with Green Lantern here.
The disturbance needs to be louder. Blow up something. Their communications facility would be good.
It's funny, this is the second time tonight doing this mission. Oh, look at that. We're level 39. I honestly forgot I was leveling Clay up here. Green Lantern's leaving the operation zone here. One left, huh? Alright, so we're going to pretend that we're over here doing stuff.
Bogus are using 2 channels to
There you
communicate.
go.
There's likely another comms facility nearby.
So he's a pretty active player. He's not hiding. So, we don't need to... We don't need to be going psycho on these guys. They're not that impressive. Where you at? I don't like using this doing support requests because it clears entire areas, you know.
This time, hit the elite enemies. They're hidden deep within the depths. I'll use the opportunity to snag the repair parts.
So,
Elite enemy units. They were hiding here, just as expected.
oh, teammate's almost dead. Oh no! See if I can draw some fire here. Nope, the boss is over there destroying her. Oh no, you were so close. It's just one more shot away. There you go.
Great.
Oh,
Operation complete.
I did not mean to do that. Okay. Okay, so that was the second time the Green Lantern has asked us for help. And let's see if he answers that. Tell you what, we'll do it this way. Instead of sending the party invite, we'll just do a friend request. And you can answer that at your leisure. If not, we'll roll on. What I don't want to do is I could probably go back and I guess technically farm this guy. I'll go back to Albion and sit and wait for him to have trouble with a mission. And then he'll put in another support request and I can get a whole bunch of them just off this one guy. And that would work out great for me. You know, I would be like, oh, cool, look how many support requests I'm going to get done. But I can't imagine that being the serious fun for him. Holy cow. You know, not...
Find whoever has the radio wave neutralization device. You need that to shut down the generator.
not the funnest way for him to get through all this stuff. There we go. You're getting sniped there, sister. I usually like to let them pick stuff up. There you go. Boom.
Confirming generator shutdown. All you have to do now is bring those parts in. Hold on. Enemy reinforcements spotted. Given the situation, it will be better to eliminate them from the inside.
Nice.
I'll provide support from the outside.
Okay. Oh, look at you. Try to draw as much fire as I can. We. Nice. Shoom. Off they go. I think that's just a regular spawn. That wasn't part of the mission.
Alert and Descendants. The enemy's elite vanguard forces have been spotted. They are now the highest priority target.
I just jump off the edge. Oh, here he comes.
We've got to get rid of this one first.
The operation has been confirmed a success. And as expected, the Descendant is also safe.
Alright, did he accept that? If not, we're going to leave. But we're kind of offering some assistance there. And, yep, he rolled. Alright, so we'll watch this for a second. I don't know if that was the last. Yeah, no. I'll let him think about it. Because I don't want him to just sit there and have to constantly put in support requests. There's a way to help him out. Normal. Gee. Still lower, huh? Let's see. You're going to be... Why can't I figure this out? Alright, starting to feel real dumb. It's right in here, isn't it? How do I get in there? This guy has not come through, so still lower. About to give up, honestly. I'm just doing it for funsies, waiting for Green Lantern to make up his mind, but doesn't appear as though he is in the friend-making business, so... Yeah, I just don't want to farm him for... support requests, you know? It's just like, dude, here, just let me help you out naturally, man. It's right in there. Max Man. There's Green Lantern. I don't know if he's done another support request. I'm not in Albion to see it. Normally, though, you can see it from the maps. So it is possible. But there's bad guys spawning. Oh, look at this. Now we're figuring things out. Look at there. Dingleberry. Cool story, bro. See how long I came to look for you, and now you're going to steal my things? We're out of here. Oh, man. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I remember months ago they had an issue where the vaults were just stealing your money. You're stealing your components. And it seems like once it does it, it's going to keep doing it. So, there you go. What are we at? Let's go take a look. 63. Not too many. What's the recruit chat look like? G? What are you doing? Not even online anymore. Or you're hiding. Plays the congas with their fellow. I didn't know you could do that. You don't have to play congas, buddy. Oh my. And we're done. Okay, so let's see. Some things that we definitely want to get to doing is we're going to be doing this. So we're going to go here. Sorry, we're going to go here, and we're going to switch this to a Tormentor build. It's very similar to what you see here. The difference is I took the chill enhancement off, and we put on poison and toxic. And we also added mental focus. So that's the difference. That's the only thing that makes this a Tormentor build. And then we come down here, and we go to a Tormentor build. I took this HP collector off because there's just not enough bad guys in there to make that work. And we picked up electric antibody and then the maximizing electric. Now, I just made a switch because what is insulated conductor? I'm wondering if insulated conductor is going to make a better time, and I just added this. That's why she was leveling up as we were doing that stuff. So I'll tell you what, I get 180% resistance, but I lose some HP versus 29%. So we're losing 160% bonus for resistance, but we're immune to electrocution. And I'm wondering if that's going to make a difference. So what if we were to go into this fight with our 23,000 electric resistance? If we go into our module and we pull that off and we go with insulated conductor, boop. Everything else is still full. Sure, I'll save that, at least for now. And let's see, what do the numbers look like? So we cut that in by half. Wow. I wonder if the tick damage that we keep taking from this is going to compare to losing that much resistance. I think there's only one way to find out. Still chasing that lottery-winning drop from these Abyss Colossi. Between this guy, Defiler, and Infernal Walker, I have never gotten one. The highest drop I've ever had was 15. I would say 96, 97% of the drops I get are 4. I did have a super... Hey, it's that guy. I did have a super awesome day one time with this where I dropped an 11 and then a 4 and then another 11 right afterwards. And I was super excited about that. Well, health-wise, we're doing good, but I don't think I've been targeted. Oh, and I got the vocal line, so that shot did do it. Yeah, boy. All right, let's see what that result was. That wasn't actually a good test because I really didn't... Yeah, 4. I really didn't take a lot of damage. I wasn't targeted. Yeah, only 8,000 damage. That one kill was Big Boy himself. All right, we need to do that again. And I kind of want to get a feeling of my survivability. So one thing I've noticed that makes living through these fights so much better is when he's getting ready to go enraged, make sure you're not aiming at a weak point. That way they're there so you can shoot them, because you got to take out 4 of them to drop him out of his frenzy. But if they're all gone, or it's just the crappy ones like his knees, they're kind of hard to aim at. Oh, yeah, that kind of hurt. So see there, now his shoulders are back. They're so much easier to hit. And he's out, so that is my advice to you. Once he starts to get up there in the enraged thing, which I'm not picking up enraged on him at all, unfortunately. Oh, he's trying to shoot me now. I feel like he's going to go soon. Is he broken? Nope, he done killed somebody. Alright, what'd we get? Four. We didn't take that much more damage. I guess I could go in solo and just let him hurt me, but... So I need to do about 40 of these fights in order to get another costume, one of the battle things. Oh no, you bastard. I think he killed us all when he did that. I only took 18. That's unfortunate. Fell in the damn hole. That was quick. Alright, well, it took about half my health. Okay, now we're hurting. Oh my, what got me? Wasn't anywhere near those things. Man, you let me die. It's kind of funny. I'm in my frenzy mode thing there, so I don't have a whole lot of health or speed. That guy left. What a loser. Oh, we'll do a... That makes me so happy. That's mean, but it makes me happy. So, it does seem to be better. But again, I haven't taken a whole lot of... aggro. Okay. B. Another 4. I mean, the benefit here is I am getting 80 to 100k per kill, so the money's good. You know, at least we got that going for us. See that? That took all those mechanics right out of the game. We didn't have to worry about any of that dumb stuff because we left his parts alone during that little animation he has. Cool. $166. Just 134 more to go. By 4. That's about 44 runs. Yeah, they're only taking like 30 seconds when they work. 30 seconds worth of loading time and everything else. Let's just be generous. A minute and a half for each kill with loading times and screens and watching. So I wonder why his frenzy's broken for me. Is that a me problem or is it a game problem? Uh-oh. That's definitely not good. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. That didn't work out. It definitely took a ton of damage there, didn't we? Let's see what this one... 18, that's all I took and it dropped me? Mm-mm. Okay, so let's take a look at this module. Let's get this off, and we have... I think it was under maximize, right? Isn't that what I had on there? Yeah, it's maximize electric resistance. Okay, let's put that back on. Pretty sure that one hit me. Okay, there we go. Got him out of his angry phase. I'm at a very bad angle to try to get these good crits. Got some of them in there. This gun can do 1 to 2 million. Right now she's only doing 200. Got some 7 and 8s in there. Is he gonna go again? Yep. Oh no! Again with that. So stupid. Thank you, Eugen. All right. Four. I gotta start paying attention to where the hell I'm standing. It's just stupid. God, idiot. Whoops. I got a couple good million hits there. Uh-oh. That is not good. I don't think I have a chance in hell of getting this. Didn't think so. Almost 100 million and 18. It's not really in my nature, but it might have just been better to stay on him at that point. I can't believe my Asive is broken. Okay, now I'll get you. Missing out on awesome damage time, but that's okay. Stay away from the edges, Doomy. Don't be that guy this time. There we go. Nicely done, team. And we got 4. We're going to head back to Albion and we'll see what the community's looking like. Uh-oh. My controller's dying. And my dog is upset. I don't know if you can hear him downstairs. recruit looks like what? Nothing. Alright, well. So we got our records done. That was a neat little side quest, and we got a cosmetic piece, a little brooch to wear. We finished our fellow off. We didn't touch that at all. We're up to 61.5, so that's not bad. We got Freyna completely finished with her Arche Tuning. I'm not entirely sure the direction that I want to go with her. I kind of like the basically skill and HP defense that I have her set up on, and health. So she seems pretty good in that direction. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with Valby as far as Arche Tuning. I might. My dog is going crazy down there. He's something special, I'll tell you. But yeah, I don't know exactly what direction I want to take with Valby. I'll definitely have to do some research into it and look into it. I do need to get Bunny done, so I think I'm going to take her in there from this point on, because I do want to get her built up. Put some bullets into his hips there. Ow. Oh, he likes me. I'm just glad I haven't fallen in a damn hole yet. Man, I do love seeing that health bar go down like that. Oh, you're dead. Oh, he's not. Now he is. Hey, we got the kill shot. I gotta get Eugen in there too. Oh, he's gone. I've been staying away from Eugen since I played him so much last season, and that's why we're doing so much with Glade this time around. And I should actually start playing way more with Serena, like that guy. But, yeah, we'll think about it. I don't expect to be going into, what is it, Sigma Sector, except for the daily rewards with the relics from this point on. I mean, it is the best place to do the Arche Tuning XP. I will not buy those boosters. No, I'm not going to do it. The reason I don't want to buy them is because it's going to make it easier, even though it's just, you know, a measly 15% when compared to like the 30%. So it's half what you... Okay, well, you want to give me that other shoulder? That's fine. Oh, there you are. I don't like spending the resource money, you know what I mean? Can't do any skills. We've got 2 people down, and now I'm almost dead. And now I am dead, so awesome. Pretty sure they're not going to be able to get... Oh, well, this guy's moving. Yeah, we're all dead. But, yeah, I'm, not sure which direction I want to go with anybody else after this. I guess I'll load Jaber up. We'll get him in there and start doing some Arche tuning on him, right? But, yep. I haven't gone back to Luna, which is sad. I should have. It's not the same Ajax, is it? But I definitely should spend some time with her. And I do need to branch out with some other weapons. But, you know... Oh my, that is the worst place to be when that happens. I screwed up, folks. Should not have run through the middle there. Nice. Hell yeah, you took that hit. Dude. I was trying to make some health. It's great I made some and then immediately took damage. Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Still don't understand why my Sieb's not picking up. We should be able to get him, right? Another kill shot. But we definitely got things to think about. And another 4. Well, I am going to call it a night here. Got started a little bit earlier, so we're coming up on the 3.5 mark, but still plenty of time to finish up a few things off stream and then get a decent night's sleep, because I got a busy day tomorrow. So, awesome. Well, this is the first time I've dual streamed to different platforms. So we had the Twitch stream running plus the YouTube stream running, which looks like it's working. I'm going to spend tomorrow going back through and making sure they do all right. Sorry about the crappy audio for the first little bit there, but we did straighten it out and lesson learned. But, yeah, I think I have to shut both of them down individually. I don't have them set up to go together. But anyway, but this was fun, and hopefully we'll pick up some more viewership this way, expand the channel a little bit, and get things rolling. Gonna have a couple videos coming out this week coming up. One on Glay, one on a weapon. So that's gonna be awesome. And we'll be streaming again come Wednesday. So with that, we're gonna call it a night here. Appreciate you stopping by. Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, do all that fancy stuff that helps the channel grow. It is greatly appreciated. And on that note, we're calling it a night. So as always, I will see you out there. Take care, guys.